Hey guys, it's Sean here from Momentum, and you're listening to our podcast, The Fat Burning Secrets. Now, actually, with this next person, he doesn't need to burn any more fat, but he is a close friend nonetheless, and he's going to be a special guest on our podcast talking about his experiences working with us, but even just saying that, beginner problems that you may have come across. This is especially important for those people who are listening who maybe have gone to the gym and it hasn't worked for them. And Noris is going to share his experiences and pieces of advice that will help you too, because he's now breaking a lot of barriers, and even saying that as well, he's also still currently working through them, just like all of us. So without any more delay, let's introduce our good friend, Noris.
Thanks, Sean.
How are you today?
Oh, good.
You're repping the Miami Vice shirts there?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, it's nice to be in Perth. Yeah, I've lived in Brisbane for the past 6 months, and
Yep.
We've been going back and forth for a while now, right?
For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, so Noris is part of our online team as a client, and this is actually our first time meeting face to face.
Yeah.
And I've been telling his girlfriend Grace and also my wife, like, you know what, I'm a little bit excited for him to come in because I feel like we're just going to bounce off and I need to concentrate.
So was I. I was as well.
And I was like, I actually need to concentrate a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I can also get a little bit out of control. So for those everyone out there, tell us about yourself as much as you want to. Like, obviously you support the Miami Heat.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big sports fanatic. So basketball, I'm a Miami Heat fan.
Yeah.
I follow the Fremantle Dockers.
Oh.
Yeah, I can already hear the frustration in the viewers.
Well, first of all, I'm sorry that we beat you in the finals in the bubble.
Yeah.
And second of all, I am sorry for us for supporting the team that just for some reason can't win.
Yeah, I know. It's horrible.
It gets harder and harder to support them. It's like, I support Fremantle.
It gets worse. I'm an Arsenal fan as well for the EPL, so I'm very used to...
I don't follow soccer, so I don't know anything about that. I'm guessing they're not doing too well
they're
either.
Not great.
So, tell us a little bit more about yourself in other ways. So, like, I'm gonna shoot you some stuff. What's the favorite country that you would like to travel?
So I've traveled all around Europe and America. Europe's fantastic.
Yeah.
The UK. I really want to go back to the UK.
I've never been to anywhere in the UK. I've actually never been to a country that was not Asian, apart from Hawaii. But I think that's kind of an Asian.
Hawaii.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Cool. Yeah, I bet it would be.
Whereabouts in America have you been?
So all around the southern coast. So New Orleans, Miami, Memphis, Los Angeles, New York.
Ooh.
Yeah, I did a Kentucky around there, so it was pretty fun.
I am jelly.
6 weeks. Yeah, it was really awesome.
I totally want to go to California. Obviously, Lakers fan, I want to go to Staples.
Yeah, I've been to Staples Center. I watched the Lakers play as well, so that was pretty awesome.
One of my goals when I was younger was, I know we're a little bit off topic. I swear we'll get back into it. One of my goals when I was 18 was like, you know what? When I'm 21, I'm going to graduate from uni. Didn't happen when I was 21. I'm going to go to America and I'm going to watch one game of Kobe. And that didn't happen.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah. So, anyway, he still lives in my heart.
Yeah. He lives in everyone's heart still.
Yeah. All right. So tell us more about yourself in your gym experiences, because obviously you are a guy who's come to me with, actually, you came to me with a back injury, first of all.
Yeah. So I've actually been going to the gym for quite a while now. And so, yeah, I think right out of high school, I went gymming. Didn't know a lot. Went to a couple of gym sessions with my friends. And yeah, I don't think I really got that knowledge and experience fully. I watched a couple of YouTube videos.
Who did you watch back in the day on YouTube?
Oh, like Ronnie Coleman. But
oh my gosh.
He was like lifting 200 kilos and stuff like that.
What was it like?
Pounds.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, buddy, and all that stuff. And yeah, I was really watching them and just getting advice from them. So I was doing that. And the application I don't think was there.
No.
I would be going to the gym 3 times per week, just really going through the motions, I'd say, Sean. And then it wasn't until I had a really bad back injury within my first couple of weeks of being in Brisbane that I kind of realised that I really needed to change something.
How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I'm 26.
Oh, you're still young.
Yeah. So, but it was just due to lack of form, and I didn't really have that guidance. I think ultimately, if I was to look at the root cause, I would say it just kind of piled up and
Well,
got to that point.
It's never a mistake unless you learn from it. Because,
Yeah.
you know, I've gotten to where I am because of my mistakes. And, you know, you've gotten to where you were because of that one injury.
Yeah.
And now we're going to teach you how to not hurt yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be great.
So, actually, today we're going to go through 3 things that will actually help everyone out there to kind of avoid as much problems as possible. You're not going to avoid every single problem, but Noris and I have actually sat down and go, hey, look, these are probably 3 things that will help any beginner to even some intermediates as well. Because even saying that, for myself, I've been doing this for about 12 years now. I like to think I'm more towards advanced intermediate. I still go through these exact 3 things, you know, periodically throughout my life and throughout my goals as well. So the first one we were going to talk about is actually the reason or the goals that you actually want to achieve when going to a gym. So when you first stepped foot into the gym, you were saying straight out of high school, is that right?
Yeah, so I just wanted to slap on some mass onto my really, really skinny frame. I think I just wanted to get into a hobby, and all my friends were doing it anyway. So,
there are worse things to be falling into from peer pressure.
Yeah, exactly, 100%. So I just remember going to the gym for the first time, and it was just, I just was super awkward. Didn't know what I was doing. Stuck to the machines for the first year. Just avoided like any free weights.
Yep.
And then it wasn't until I kind of got like that confidence after a few times. But again, it took me a whole year.
Some people don't ever get there.
Yeah.
Not for a really long time.
Yeah, which kind of sucks because like you get so many benefits out of doing free weights and stuff like that. So, looking back, I really wish I got into the free weights a lot quicker.
Well, it can happen and it can take some time. For you, it sounded like the typical, like, hey, look, I'm going to go to the gym, I'll stick to the machines, and I'll go from there. For myself, it was a little bit different. You know what I did?
What'd you do?
I actually went home, I studied all my exercises. This is probably why I failed my first degree. I did biomedical sciences. I was horrible at it, might I add.
Oh, wow.
And I was literally studying all my exercises from home because I had my own pair of like spin lock dumbbells. Whoever has spin lock dumbbells, like they should last you at least a good 20 years. I think mine are about 25 years old because my dad had them.
Wow. Yeah.
And I was training with them. I was like, all right, I'm going to do this movement because when I go to the gym, I know I can still do this movement if I do it at home. Actually, funny enough saying that, head over to my Instagram, I've actually created a reel on those 5 exercises.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it was like dumbbell shoulder press, dumbbell floor press, dumbbell row, lunges, goblet squats.
Oh.
And I was like, these 5 exercises I'm still doing 12 years later.
Those are the basics though, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And I was like, if I can practice these movements, I can then transfer it to what I'm doing in the gym. So did you, by any chance, do anything like that?
When I first started the gym?
Oh, yeah. Did you do, like, any of the pre-work, pre-work before the lab, as everyone says in uni?
Nah. Well, I've really got into the meat and potatoes since I've joined. Like, this is my, first ever coaching experience or anything like that. Beforehand, it was just me, myself, and I just kind of free balling and just, doing it. No real plan, no real structure, no real strategy, just hoping for the best.
Was it just you and some friends or just you?
Nah, by myself.
Good on you.
I think it got me some results, but I just know if, people are like me, they want to see real tangible results. And for that, you definitely need that structure and that clarity.
Yeah.
100%.
Structure will lead us to our second point, but if you don't mind out there, you don't have to as well. Do you know what your goal is right now, saying that your first goal was to put on some mass?
Yeah, I want to continue putting on some mass, but I think the biggest thing for me is looking back on a molder and just going, damn, I was really fit. That's the real goal. And also just for to look good, for to feel good.
Yeah.
Really. That's just get so much confidence out of it, filling out that shirt. Just walking around, just knowing that there's been some real natural change.
Yeah.
You can't buy that.
I know one of the feeling that you can't buy it. No, definitely. But when I was younger, I was probably around 12 or 13, 14. My mum would buy shirts that were 3 sizes way too big for me. I was 40 kilos at the time. I was like, Mum, I don't know when you think I'm going to fill this out. And then I remember when I was 22 maybe, and I was like a good 85 kilos, not too bad in shape. I was like, I finally fit my shirt.
Oh, that's sick.
10 years later though.
Yeah, right. At least you got there though.
Yeah, it was a double XL shirt too, so it took some time.
Yeah.
I was a very skinny boy growing up.
Yeah.
I was 47 kilos at the height of 179 at 18 years old.
What?
Yeah, I was very,
crazy.
very tiny. I gotta try and see if I can find a photo of this.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, the shirts wore me.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, definitely. I can definitely imagine that.
So your second part of your goal was saying that, or second thing that you were giving advice to everyone out there was about structure. What do you mean by structure, or tell me about your lack of structure before?
Well, like I touched on beforehand, I was just kind of free roaming, just doing my own thing. You know, I'd kind of shake it up a bit, do the shoulder day, do the chest day, do the leg day, put up some workouts that I find online, or like copy some YouTubers' workouts. And it was really hard sticking to it because there wasn't that accountability.
Yeah.
The accountability was like a really big thing. And yeah, like kind of walking into the gym, I'd have to really overthink about what I'm going to do next.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, it took a lot of energy out of it. Oh, do you remember when I messaged you on Facebook and I was like, Sean, why am I seeing more results now than I ever have before?
Oh yeah, I remember that clearly. You were saying like, I was like, I think I said something along the lines of like, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't done anything magical.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that you're more consistent. And have you been this consistent before? You're like, no,
I really wasn't. Like I was just really just going through the motions, not really thinking about it and not really putting like real effort. Whereas now there's that accountability and there's that expectation, which is really driving those results. So it's like, it's really awesome.
It is one of those things where it's like things don't happen by accident. And if they do happen by accident, you got very, very lucky. But yeah, you kind of need structure. Like, and no matter what you do in life, you need some sort of structure. But when it comes to a gym and health, it's a little bit different. Because you went through uni, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah,
I did. Yeah. This is clearly how little we've actually met. We met like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, literally.
In face to face, anyway.
Yeah.
So like, there's a timetable. Like, that's what you need to do.
Yeah.
This is where things need to be done, and these are the deadlines.
Yeah.
But when you take that context into your health, your life, things that almost no one will keep you accountable for, like, this is weird.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, and it's those things that really, like, the biggest thing I've noticed is ironically just those small little differences. And those small little changes has added on a lot. And like, I've seen so much more value out of it, which is really cool.
It's cool to know that, because I still think the same way that you just said too. Early this morning, we went on Instagram Live and Facebook Live talking about watching people who have mastered this craft and watching their vlogs or watching their journeys. And it's not the fancy stuff that gets them over.
Oh, yeah.
It's the string and the consistency of all the simple things. Like for like everyone else out there, trying to think, what's the best program to be able to do this and do that? And it's like, it's be consistent. And then we can kind of find a baseline from there.
Yeah.
So what's your structure? What was your structure like when you were training before me? Like, was it just I got some spare time, I'll go.
Oh, so I'd sneak in 3 times a week. Then I'd be cheeky and do it twice a week. And then I'd just alternate. And then I'd miss a leg day there, here and there. and then, yeah, I think the biggest thing was I just stayed with the same weight for like 2 years. And I was expecting results. And then, like, I wasn't seeing results. And then it was just frustrating.
It's like, why am I not seeing results?
Yeah. And then, like, I just went through the motions for like 3 years, which is a very long time.
Yep.
And then, yeah, now I've noticed a real big difference. I'll tell you what, Sean, the first time I did your workouts, I was like, whoa, this is like challenging, but I've gotten used to it. But that just kind of showed how I was just plateauing, and I was plateauing for so long.
Yeah, so we call it a principle of maladaptation. So if you keep doing the same thing over, your body builds a tolerance, and you actually maladapt to what you don't actually start to get the benefits that it once did.
Yeah, right.
So it's a tolerance-based thing too, so it makes sense. And then you do need to somewhat push yourself. And one of the things actually, we were just doing a workout before, we were talking about how, like, you need to push yourself, but you need to push yourself in the right limits. Yeah. So we were using the RPE scale and the reps and reserve scale. If you don't know what that is, send us a DM. We'll help you out. But it's about making sure it's within limits. Like you max out with a safe movement like a bicep curl, but don't go maxing out on a back squat unless you've warmed up and trained for it, because that's a skill requirement.
Well, I think that's a really good point. Like, it's really important to be kind to yourself through that journey and being like really patient with yourself. Because I've seen it heaps of times. It's just like people just slap on heaps of weight because they want an ego lift. But your message is just like, no, be patient. It'll come. The strength will come, but that's a skill.
It's funny how you say that, actually, because people will either be one of two ways. They'll either push themselves too hard or they'll hold themselves back too much.
Yeah.
I am a person who probably hold myself back too much.
Yeah.
Which one do you think you are?
I probably, like, depends on what mood I am, but I think I've held myself back. But then, like, when I don't see those results and I get frustrated, then I'll just be like, nah, I'm just going to go for gold here. And then my deadlifting injury kind of happens. So, yeah.
I feel you on that one. Yeah, it's like a FOMO.
Man.
Gotta hurry up. Let's do it.
Yeah, that's literally it. Like, I went over to Brisbane. I was like, oh, no, I need to make sure I get results by the time I come back. And then just FOMO. And then, then I end up with a back injury. So,
for those who don't know what FOMO means, it's fear of missing out.
Yeah.
Don't know what age brackets you guys are, but hopefully that helps you. We'll go to that last, actually, the third one, and you were talking about confidence. Now, that was one of the problems that you have. Is this something that you're still working in, or?
Definitely. Yeah, confidence is like a big thing that I'm still working on. I just want to continue to try and build on it. I know it'll come because I'm just like staying with the basics and staying with that consistency. But yeah, it's definitely something that's improved, particularly with working out. Because I'm a smaller fella, like I just need to make sure that I kind of want to just kind of continue on that. It's an ongoing journey.
Oh, it's one of those things. It's like in my field, or in every field actually, you have what we call, like, I'm going to try and remember these now. Conscious incompetence, so you know that you're not good. Then you have unconscious incompetence. You don't know that you're not good. Then you have automatic competence, where you're just automatically good at it. But you have to go through all those stages. And even 12 years in, sometimes I'll try and remember this now, consciously incompetent. I feel like I'm consciously incompetent. I feel like I don't know some certain things, even though I've been doing this for 12 years.
Yeah, which is crazy, right? Like, you would just assume,
Yeah, no, definitely. It really hits your confidence as well. So it's good to know that everyone goes through these things, and you sharing this has probably helped a whole bunch of people as well.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
What's the next goals for yourself saying that?
Yeah, I think it's just like understanding that this is a long journey and being really patient and kind to yourself throughout the process. But sticking to that process, and like we touched on beforehand, just those little basics and sticking to those basics. There's no cheat codes or anything.
I think Noris wants you to stick with the basics.
Yeah, you really did. So yeah, just sticking to the basics. There's no cheat codes. And like, especially nowadays, you see all these fit people on Instagram, you see all these fit people on TikTok, and it's like, oh, you know, why can't I be like that? It's just, they've dedicated themselves and they've stuck to the process, and it's just the consistency.
I always say to people, like, if you ever meet someone who is talking down to you, they're not truly above you. Anyone who's truly mastered a skill, when they see you trying to do something, they'll actually help you up. They'll raise you up. People who don't, they're not people that you want to associate with either way. So, gym goals. What do you want to achieve? You have like a squat, bench, deadlift, chin up, pull up.
Goal? Oh, I'd love to get to a bench press of 60.
Yeah.
With like the 2-second pause. Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yep.
If I can crack the 60, that'd be awesome. With the deadlifts, if I can get to 80, that'd be awesome as well. Particularly with the journey of like the injury that I had, that would be really awesome.
It's not so much a weight goal as much as it's a confidence goal too, isn't it?
That's the biggest thing. Like, particularly with that particular workout, because I had that injury, I think just, really building that confidence, like we spoke about earlier. Really getting used to the mechanics of the movement and like trusting my strength is like something I'm currently going through at the moment. And with that confidence piece, just like continuing on with that.
Yeah, well, climbers always look for the next mountain.
Yeah, that's true. So right now I'm just in that season.
Yeah, no, it's definitely good to see that. So thank you so much for sharing your 3 tips and also your journey too. We look forward to seeing your results. I believe we're going to get those goals that you mentioned really, really soon. Because I'm going to be writing all your programs especially for you.
I love it. Thanks, Sean.
I'm going to be messaging you every week. Hey, how'd you go? How'd you go?
I love it. Nah, that's awesome.
If you want to follow Noris on Instagram, or if they want to catch you on the socials, how do they do that?
Just Noris Fraga. Plain and simple. On Instagram. It's just my full name.
There we are. And if you want to follow more about what we do and how we can teach you as well, we do have a free Facebook group. That free Facebook group, we show you guides, we go through case studies, we go through very common questions, and basically, hopefully, help you avoid all these problems that you may come across.
We also do some
flexing.
I love it.
We're going to screenshot that and put that as our thumbnail. But yeah, head over to that Facebook group. We'll help you out. Head to the link in my bio on Instagram. It is sean.momentum. That's SEAN.momentum. Head to the link and you'll see the basically the free Facebook group. Thank you everybody for joining us for today's podcast. And we hope that you keep building momentum. Peace out.